I want to give another edifying message. I want to give all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKAKWADASH, and I always give another edifying message to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 of Israelites that are scattered amongst the nations. To the house of Israel, always Shalawam. To always, feed the sheep. So we're going to jump into the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. So John the Revelator saw Christ. So we're going to understand what does Christ actually look like according to the Bible. Okay, so let's jump to verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So his head and his hairs were white like wool. So he has woolly textured hair. If you look today, who has woolly textured hair? So-called African Americans, Judah. So were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Because in Genesis 49, it talks about that he drinks wine in a moderation. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if, so it says fine brass, so that would be like a penny. It says as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Because if you hear the sound of many waters, that's loud. So guess what? Christ, according to the Bible, Hamashiach, is described as a black man. He's not white. He's not Middle Eastern. There's no such thing as Middle East. So all that white Christ, white Jesus, that's not biblical. That's man doctrine. They don't get anything out the Bible. They tell you based off of how they feel. So let's go on to Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy, the lies of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I'm going to steal that from my brother L out of, because we come out of New Wine Congregation of Israel. Go check that out. But you got to look at this. It's somebody right now that's saying, guess what? That they're Jews. And Christ is calling them out and saying, you're not the real Jews. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans didn't start finding out this till recently, that we are the real Jews. There's somebody right now in the world saying, I'm Jewish. That means I'm not a real Jew, but I'm trying to be the real Jew. So the so-called white man, the Israeli man that's in Israel right now, is not the real Jew. They're not the real Jew. Because Christ called them out. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. So how in the world are they the real Jews when they own the music industry? How are they the real Jews when they own the porn industry? How are they the real Jews if they own the banks? So it says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. That means you're poor. You're at the bottom of society. So he said, I know the blasphemy, the lies of them which say they are Jews and are not. Because if Christ in the Bible is described of being black, what does that make the Jews? They're black. And obviously, people don't believe the Bible because they say, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Christ looks like. Christ, he's here for everybody, not in the scriptures. So let's see what the Most High says. This is the book of 1 John chapter 5, verse 10. He that believeth on the Son of God, YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that God gave of his Son. You don't want to believe what the book of Revelation says when it says his head His head and his hairs were white like wool. He has woolly textured hair. That means that he is black. You know what I'm saying? My light cut off, but that's not going to stop the show. So let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. This ain't going to stop the show. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to stop the show. But we're going to keep preaching in the name of YAHAWASHI. So I don't know if you can see this, but it says, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. So the real Jews are black. Christ, according to the Bible, is black. The people that's in Israel right now are not the real Jews. But I want to give all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And I'm going to say Shalom Israel.